Personal narrative first draft. After you finish typing, use the following table to make sure your narrative is complete. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to scroll past this table and you're going to click down here at the bottom, highlight type here, and then start typing your paragraphs. Remember, after each paragraph, you need to press enter and then tab to make sure that it's indented. So you should have a space or one line in between each paragraph. After you've finished typing all three, you're going to go back and do your checklist for it. So we've got the beginning, which is your first paragraph, the middle, your second, and end is third. First, for the beginning paragraph, you're going to check and actually count. Do you have at least 5 sentences? Can you have more than 5 sentences? Absolutely, but you must have at least 5. You need to introduce the setting in detail. Make sure you share what it looked like, what did it smell like, what kind of other senses were you engaged in? Was there loud noises? Make sure you're sharing a lot about the setting in this one. You need to explain the problem. What happened that went wrong that you needed to solve? Or what kind of adventure were you on? And then last but not least, you need to share your strong emotions. So how were you feeling at the beginning of the story? Obviously, how you feel should change throughout the story. If you need to, refer back to the strong emotions graphic to look for great ways to share emotion. For your middle paragraph, it should also be 5 sentences or more. Go through and count them. Make sure you have exactly 5. Then you need to include the 3 action steps from your middle of the story, or from your outline. So you should be filling in all 3 of those things that happened in between after your problem was introduced. And then you also, for one sentence in that paragraph, you need to share how you are feeling. Now, how you're feeling may or may not have changed. If it stayed the same, then you're going to want to describe how you're feeling maybe in a slightly different way, even if it's the same emotion. If it changed, you'll want to make sure you describe that for them. Last but not least, we have our last paragraph. Again, it should be 5 sentences. Count them. Explain the solution to the problem in detail. Make sure you talk about exactly how it was solved. Then you're going to share, how did you feel at the end of the story? How did you feel once the problem was resolved? Were you relieved? Were you calm? Were you excited? Were you happy? Were you sad? How did it get resolved? And then your last sentence should be your reflection. What did you learn from the experience?